Okay, now I'm going to talk about the biggest mistakes that I'm seeing almost like 99% of the SEO freelancers, or like if you are working full time and you are trying to find premium clients on the side, definitely you are doing these mistakes. These mistakes came up from my last 3 years of experience working with the SEO freelancers, where I'm seeing that the same mistakes are constantly repeating themselves. So let's go into focus immediately. First mistake that SEOs are doing is actually they're not having a clear niche. Who is their ideal client and who is their niche that they are helping? And I know immediately when I say this, SEOs are going, but I don't want to niche down because I'm afraid that I will miss all my SEO clients. But this is my approach, how I'm thinking. You don't need to niche down for the next 10 years. This is just approach for next 1 or 2 clients that you are going to get like premium services, which is around like 2,000 euros, dollars, wherever you are. So don't think that you are going to be niched for the rest of the life, but like niching down regarding your really experience, where you are the most experienced with, for example, e-commerce brands, with the SaaS brands. That is like what will help you to break down their desired results, their pain points, and like these business owners will really see and feel that you understand them. If you are not talking to the clear business owner who is the business owner about like one specific niche, you're just like diluting your message and you don't even have the practice of how to present your communication result, pain points, how to work with them, like even authority that you have expertise with. So if you are not niching down, you are missing everyone. So basically that's it. And we know like all people love specialists. We don't like the generalist, but I know that fear is the main driver, like why you are not niching down. But also be aware that we really need to have the experience like in the specific niche, because if we don't have like specific industry niche, like we will not be able to sell our service for the premium clients. For the cheap clients, you can go however and wherever you want. But for premium clients, e-commerce business owners, SaaS business owners, medical niches, like they are looking for the specialization, they are looking for your area of expertise. So if you are not niching down, you are missing everyone. So that's it, like regarding the niche. The next mistake that is like 99% of the SEOs are doing is confusing LinkedIn profile. So I know the fear here that is driving our positioning is like, I need to list everyone, all the skills, because I'm afraid that like they will not see me as a professional, like they will not think that I have expertise and all the skills. But please be aware that like these business owners for the premium SEO clients, like they want to see in you that like you can help them, like they don't want to pay you for speaking engagements, like for the cat lovers engagements, like for the any engagements that is not that you can help them. So definitely in your headline and banner, like if you really want to attract premium SEO clients, we need to talk just like for them. Anything else? So, like in the end of the day, just like pay the position that, focus on the position that will pay your bills. Because if we are putting that we are judged on some awards, like speakers, that we are, like cat lovers, that we are like this and this, no, we just want to be focused on their desired results. We need to talk in our LinkedIn profile about them, how we can help them, not just about us, because nobody cares about us. People are caring about just if we can help them. And that is like the reason when they are going to pay us. If we are just like talking about ourselves, it's not going to work. Nobody's going to pay us because nobody cares about us. And that's great news. Honestly, that's great news, because then our focus is just like, hey, how I can help this person, how I can help their business. And like, that's it. Like we are so distracted by all these like channels and everything. But when we have the focus, when we have our ideal client, it's very easy to be focused and to know like what we need to do. Okay, so the next thing is definitely the SEO posts that we are constantly seeing on like LinkedIn. And as you can see, SEOs are pretending that they are influencers, that they are journalists, they are sharing SEO news. And honestly, like I don't have problem with that, but that is not the right path if you are going to if you want to attract your SEO clients, because SEO clients, they require the language that they can understand. They can't understand SEO updates, SEO algorithms, like all these things. So we really need to bring the additional layer to our SEO posts and bring the language about their business context, how these SEO terms can help the business value. So we really need to practice that language, how translate SEO terms into business value. If business owners of these websites are not seeing that SEO will help them bring more money, more customers, more memberships, like more clients, they're not going to help. They are not going to hire us because they are not seeing how we are helping them. So again, think about that you are in their shoes. Like they are struggling a lot, especially like these days. They are challenged by so many different platforms, and we need to help them to understand how SEO can bring the value to their business. And it's our responsibility to do that, because like they are not SEO specialists, they don't understand. So we just need to practice how to talk about money language, about their language, so they can understand and see like, hey, this girl can help me, like earn more money with my website. This is like, she understands me. Because when you're talking with the business owners, like they are successful for the reason, and they see if you are clear in like what you do and how you can help them. If you are not feeling comfortable, like they are not feeling safe with you. So it's our kind of like a responsibility to really practice this communication, to really practice how to position ourselves as SEO experts, and how to tell them like, like this is what I'm doing actually can help us, because that you can help them, but we just need to talk their language. So definitely, besides that, the very common mistake definitely would be the sales call. Like what I'm seeing is that SEOs are treating these sales calls like free consultation. I just want to give you everything for free. Like I will do free audit for you. I will sell my service. But that's kind of like the thing. Like whenever we are feeling like salesy and like pushy, people will not buy it. Like, so our main purpose on these sales calls is actually to understand their business, to understand about their customers, to understand like what kind of like their product services are, kind of like what is their ideal profile, and really think in the way like, hey, how I really can help this business in the business terms. And definitely we need to diagnose the problem and then sell our service as someone as the positioned SEO expert that can help them. If you are doing the free audit, if you are giving the free value on the call, it's not going to help you, because basically if you are solving the problem on the call, there is nothing left to buy. So what we need to sell is basically our service and position ourselves as someone who is the authority. Which brings me to another very big mistake. We are not showing people that we are authority. And this is like the most common fear across SEOs, that like if they are promoting themselves like too much, like they don't want to feel like, these kinds of like, I'm promoting too much myself, and like these kinds of, I don't want to be rude. But this is the thing, like we don't want to promote ourselves like too much, but we need to establish the authority, who we are, why we are talking about these kinds of things. And definitely authority we are establishing via LinkedIn posts. That is like number one. And even like on these sales calls, by giving the examples like, hey, I have been working for the last 5 years with the e-commerce brands, and this is something that I noticed. Like in the moment that you are sharing the knowledge, you are saying like who you are here and why you are talking. Because if you are not, people don't know you, like, and it's totally normal that they know you. So it's our responsibility to say who we are and how we know these things. And this is like by the rephrasing, like in the last 5 years of experience, I have been working with these kinds of brands. This is something that I'm noticing, like this is the authority, and we really need to show them, not in the way that we are promoting, but if we are not establishing that trust, like why we are here, why I can help you, the sales is not going to happen, because people don't know us, like who we are we here in the SEO space like for the yesterday or for the last year, or we have been here for 5+ years. So that's kind of like, I don't want to go into like too much details, but definitely those are the 5 mistakes that I'm seeing like all the SEOs freelancers are doing. Definitely we have like more, but like these are the crucials, and probably I will discuss them in the future episodes. But yeah, we really need to work on these skills to be able to attract like these premium SEO clients, because they are very successful for the reason, and we need to kind of upgrade our game to be on the same level as they are, because we are going to be their partners. Like we don't want to put them on the pedestal, but we need to be on the same level as we are in terms of communication, positioning ourselves, helping them, like giving our perspectives, negotiation process, and all these kinds of things. So like just it's kind of something that we need to work on. And like especially for our SEO expertise, SEO was definitely harder to learn. So those are just like kind of like consulting soft skills that we need to acquire. And that's it. Like that's the growth. That's why we are here, and that's why we are going to be where we want to be. So that's it. Okay, and that's it for today, and I will see you in the next episode.